One fine morning in the late 1970s, my sister's friend Radhika exclaimed, "Naga, you don't know Archie comics? You have not read Archie comics?" I was around 10 years old and was not very much keen on reading books, but I would love to read the Tintin, Asterix, and the Phantom comics. I guess most of you might have grown up reading these comics. And my fellow Indian counterparts would definitely know the Amar Chitra Katha. She introduced me to the Pick and Choose library, and that was the day my journey with books started. Master of ceremonies, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I am not an avid reader at all, though I was amongst avid readers. Even now, it continues. I don't read much books, but of course I do read technical presentations, technical blogs, all that I do, but reading books is not my choice. And of course, I am still surrounded by these avid readers. Since the theme of the meeting today was Biblomania, I thought, let me research on what is reading books. And I can say that I was not at all disappointed, and I did learn a lot of insights. The first was each one of us must be having a priority to read books. And that is not according to me, but according to science. The other thing which I found was that you had to read these fiction books. I was not realizing why, but a University of Toronto researchers came up with an idea saying that whoever read non-fiction short stories were much better off and open, creative and open-minded compared to those who read very good non-fiction essays. Did we know that we read books and we can live longer? I never knew that. And again, it was researchers at Yale. They took around 4,000 people who were above 50 years and counted the number of people who read at least 30 minutes per day in a book. And they found that those people lived 3 months more than a normal person who did not read books or even just magazine readers. The next I found was that the successful people were also avid readers. And do you know that all these successful people, why they are avid readers? According to the research, again, it said that they want to become self-motivational and they wanted to improve their self-learning. That's the reason why they were more avid readers as well. Now, I realized that after all this, it is very much required that I have to read a book. I found that it is very easy to read 50 books in a year. Can you imagine 50 books in a year? But it's very simple. You see, it's only one book a week, and I guess it's very much possible for even the most busiest people. I was reading this writer named Stephanie Houston. She was saying that the reason that she said that whatever that she was very busy was a very lame excuse, while reading. She changed her idea and goal to read at least 50 books in a year. And she started it. She found that it was helping her a lot. She actually traded her phone time to books, especially in bed, while traveling, even she said she would stand in the queue, she would read the book. And while reading, she understood and that she could learn more than watching the phone. With all this, 50 books, I guess in my 50 years of my life, active life, I might have read only 50 books. But now I have decided I am going to read at least 20% of that in this year. When I found that reading books is there, I want to read, it is very much required. How I will do it? Either it is electronic or physical books. Again, another neuroscientist who gave research saying that when you read a paper, that information can get into your memory much quicker than an electronic book. They mentioned that even though electronics are available now, but it is to be that you should have a book, especially at home when you are going to read. But for a blind person like me, reading books, very difficult of those small prints. So I prefer electronic so that I can increase the text and read it easily. When I was thinking of that, I wanted to buy a Kindle. My wife, an avid reader, also wanted a Kindle. So I bought a Kindle through my favorite shopping app, eBay. I had to bid for a Kindle. I bid the quote, but I had to wait for 5 days. But she didn't want to wait because her birthday was about to come. I went to another site, picked up, and got it delivered. She was very happy that finally I gave her something which was worthwhile. Luckily or unluckily, that person who I had bid a very small amount. He agreed and he gave me. So I have a second Kindle now. It's a double motivation for me to continue reading. And I will let you know by the end of the year how it all went. Fellow Toastmasters, Joseph Addison, he was a poet and essayist and a politician. He mentions that reading a book is to your mind what exercise is to our body. So do you all feel that reading a book should be part of our life?
Yes, we do.
Back to you.